So my intent here is to give you guys a preview of what civilization beyond Earth is. So I'm going to go through the entire intro here, and you'll watch the video, and then I'll just start up a quick game on regular settings and show you some hints and tricks that I've learned thus far in the past 2 weeks of playing it. You can see here everybody's evacuating Earth.
In the twilight of Earth's great civilizations, we were chosen. Some were selected for their skills, others for their strength, and some by luck. The great ships were the embodiment of each nation's ingenuity, courage, and faith. And they sent us to the stars in search of a new home. As we raced skyward, we carried aloft the hopes and dreams of those left behind. Our journey through deep space was long and quiet. And it is finally over. Now we look upon our new world for the first time. On these alien shores, our destiny waits. A new beginning for mankind.
Alright, so here we go. Let's get started on this. My intent is to make this a level 1 walkthrough. So this is the first time that I'm recording it for other people's benefit. We'll just wait here and let it load in. I'm not going to show my face because I don't want to cover up any of the overlays. But in the future, if anybody wants web camera of my face, I can gladly turn that on. Takes just a second to get things running in the background here, so here we go. Alright, so I'm just going to choose single player, go to setup game. They have the difficulties are set by Sputnik to Apollo, and Mercury is just normal, and then you can go from there. I'll just go with Mercury right now, which is normal. Game pace is standard. I think I want to go quick, but let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go with quick. And then map size, I'm just going to go ahead and choose standard, but there's a dual for 2 players all the way up to massive, up to 8 players. So If I'm just going standard, that's up to 8 players, but with less open space. So accept that. Alright, so as far as sponsors go, this has to do with the countries that you're representing. So you can see the ARC, Pan-Asia, Franco-Iberia, Slavic Federation, Bosnia, Cathian, Brasilia, and African Union. I'm actually just going to randomize it to show y'all that, you know, it doesn't really matter who I start with. But obviously each one of these has a certain buff to them. You know, for instance, the Brasilia units have plus 10% strength in the melee combat, so that's familiar from Civ 5. Whereas down here, the African Union, you get plus 10% in food and growing cities. But again, just going to choose random, hit next. Choose colonists. Going to randomize this as well, but you can be scientists, refugees, aristocrats, engineers, or artists. Normally, I'd probably go scientists or engineers. Choose the spacecraft. You can be a continental surveyor, reveals the coast and the map. So this is actually one of the buffs you get, and I say buffs, but one of the freebies you get when you first land. Again, I'll randomize that, but you can get you know, more energy to start with, or you can see alien nests. You can decide, I would normally probably get this tectonic scanner one where you can see all the petroleum and geothermal as well as titanium. That's your starter resources. So hit next here. Later on I'll go through this advanced setup button here, but this is again just an intro to this game. Gonna get hit random for cargo, but you can see you can begin with a certain population in your city. You can begin with the assault unit, but again, gonna go ahead and randomize that. And then here you can set up what kind of world you want to go into. So I can rescan different planets, but let's see what this one is. The Tehran world with a few large land masses separated by oceans, some smaller islands. Prolian world, a world with oceans and one very large continuous landmass. Atlasian world, a world of islands of varying sizes separated by narrow water passages. Or random world. I'll choose random. I didn't see that at the bottom. And you can go more advanced, and you can rescan for different type of planets too. Let's go ahead and start there. So everything has been randomized. We'll see what we end up with. Once the game's ready, there'll be a big green arrow at the bottom here.
Hello, I am the Advanced Integration and Simulation Resource,
I'm not
or
new to Beyond
advisor.
Earth.
I am equipped to introduce you to the basic
guess I am,
systems that will
but
guide your development on this new planet.
I'll keep the
Additionally,
advice on for
I can
now.
provide strategic
for this
advice
intro
based on
video.
situations you encounter.
And
How would you
I want
like me to
advice
proceed?
only. I don't want full guidance. If you're brand new, go ahead and
Select a
select that.
suitable location for our people to make planet.
Okay, thank you. Typically, I usually want to start, you know, somewhere closer to the coast. I can see just a coastline right there, but let's see here. There's some resources. I tend not to want to land on the resources that are larger, like these two. I would rather land on one of these, and they're pretty much the same either way. So the good thing is, though, right here, I got a defensive position with this canyon at my back, so I'm going to go ahead and select right there. And it looks like I am the... Let's see. I got a soldier already, that's good. Let's get this explorer going. I always just choose this automated selection down here. I'll go out and find random things. They just found a resource pod, for instance. Got to choose my first production for the city, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is my economic advisor. Is this little gold diamond looking thing here. and they think I should start with the old Earth relic, so I'll go ahead and put that. Click on research. This is where it could be a little daunting,
The tech web provides
and I'll just say thank you there, but there's a lot of stuff that you can look at and a lot of different ways that you go. But if you think of each one of these as a leaf on a big tree, and then these as branches, you can go one way or the other. Now, the best probably piece of advice I have is if you played Sid before, there's a filter up here in the upper left hand corner, and you can click on one of these to choose what you want to focus your energies on. And I'm going to do something rare. I'm just going to go ahead and focus like on health of my people here. Usually I'm all about supremacy and military, just like most people probably are in these games, but then it goes ahead and it filters out what leaves of this big tree I should be investing in first. So another instance, if I wanted to focus on science, for instance, I would start going down these leaves instead. So pretty straightforward, but I'll focus on health here, like I said. Looks like genetics. 21 turns, click on that, click on return to map. My soldier wants something to do, so I'll give him something to do here. Now, when you go into these gas pockets, these little green gas pockets, your soldiers take on some health issues, and just make sure that they don't chill there. I found another resource pod there, so that's what I'll send him next. You can actually click on him, right click, and plan his future moves too. So hit next.
You have a new quest available. Throughout the game, your actions will trigger different quests that can unlock bonuses for your people. Open the quest log to see what's available to you, and check back
So
often.
my explorer up here got that resource pod. This guy's going to get this resource pod now. So I got some energy and I got some science. The quest log they're talking about is right down here in the right hand corner, second one in. Click on quest log. Click on it to open it up, and it says find 3 resource pods. Well, I've already found 2, so if I get one more, then I can get some free stuff for those quest logs. I like these quests and quest decisions in this game. Makes one more thing that you have to interact with. I got some aliens right there that I'm throwing down with, and looks like I'll do okay against them. Just hit next here. Looks like they're killed.
You have finished construction on a unit which can launch into orbit. To launch it, select the unit and click its action button. Once launched, it will have an area effect on the tiles beneath it until...
Alright, so these guys actually just became veteran status. So I'm going to up their aggressiveness as far as offensive capability, and then I'm going to have them start healing. And now I can launch this solar collector into space. You just do that, you click there.
This is the orbital view.
And
It displays the effect areas of units that are in
there's
orbit.
really no
Effect areas cannot overlap, so it is useful to plan
place that
launches
is
ahead of
wrong.
time.
But
This
if you
view
want energy
also
from a
shows
solar
your
panel, you
launch
just
coverage
launch it.
area.
Click
An
that
orbital
area.
unit must be launched over a tile.
If you want to go into the
Coverage
orbital
can be
view,
extended by constructing.
you click this little button here, the first button, and that takes you away from orbital. This is the orbital view. This is the ground view. So I'll keep ground view on for now. We've got another colony of people landing here. It's notifying me of that. So this is some folks from
The
Earth
temple
landed.
doors of the protector.
There's nothing really to do with them thus far, so I'm just gonna hit goodbye. Thank you. And if you don't want to scroll through these maps to find your city, there's a little map up here in the right hand corner, and you just click on your city, and it takes you back towards there. I finished production of that first facility, so now I'm going to start on the clinic.